questions and still don't have exactly what they want, they are going to have to get this to the finish line.
Go back to Dana. Dana?
It was a very strong meeting. It was a meeting in which a lot of people were deeply emotional, who expressed deep concern about the current trajectory of what's happening to healthcare in this country. They want us to come together and pull together so that we actually lower cost, improve healthcare outcomes, and protect vulnerable persons.
Is there going to be an up or down vote on the floor tomorrow?
That's what it appears to be.
Congressman, you have not said how you're going to vote.
I had marked undecided because we wanted to see some amendment changes to potentially help the lower income aging population in our country better, and we've seen that. We also got some additional changes to Medicaid, particularly to help the disabled. And there were some other considerations that we've been able to work through. I think all of the difficulties this week have actually resulted in a better bill.
It sounds like you're going to be a yes.
The inclination is good. My inclination is strong. I have always had the habit of going through the entire deliberative process before
What's your sense after being in that meeting with your conference of how you think it's really going to go down tomorrow?
Well, there are some people who have principled reasons to be against this. Some people have expressed that clearly. It was a family meeting. It was emotional. It was strong. It was intense.
Emotional in what way?
Because people are trying to remain united together and be respectful, but also urge for a passage.
It doesn't stand in words that you're going to let Obamacare stand?
If the current construct of healthcare stands, we will see collapsing insurance markets and escalating premiums. That's why, even though this might not be perfect in everyone's mind, the ability and the reason to act now is urgent. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's Jeff Carson, Jeff Fortenberry from Nebraska, and Jeff is a conservative, but he is also a very Orthodox Catholic, and has the church really leaning on him pretty hard on caring for the poor, and that's something that he has been a champion on. And so, not surprised that he's a conservative on economics, but very concerned about the poor. You just saw him saying, it looks like he's.
We understand Speaker Ryan, by the way, is going to be speaking in about 2 minutes or so. We're obviously going to read that.
And in listening to him, you can hear the choice that was being put to the members. Mm-hmm. It's either this bill or you're responsible for keeping Obamacare.
What's been happening, though, over the last couple of days is changes have been made that have made the bill significantly worse, and a lot of people don't know what that means yet. And there are a lot of Democratic groups, a lot of groups that account for the disabled, for women, that are going to be out there explaining it.
That's why they want to have a vote.
Right. That's exactly why.
Here's the political reality of this, and I know we both know something about how difficult the healthcare issue is. These members are facing death by fire or death by hanging if they don't vote for the president and the speaker on this bill, and they don't keep their promise on repeal and replace. Whatever repeal and replace is, they're subject to challenge in their primaries. But to those members who are in swing districts, and there are a few dozen of those.
Let's listen. Sorry.
We have been promising the American people that we will repeal and replace this broken law because it's collapsing and it's failing families. And tomorrow we're proceeding.
Do you have the vote? Do you have the vote? Do you have the vote?
Dana asking.
We often talk about, we say elections matter. They do matter. House members voted for Paul Ryan. When they voted for Paul Ryan, House members, conservative Freedom Caucus folks, many of them voted for Paul Ryan. They knew exactly what they were going to get. I mean, Paul Ryan